Hey guys, welcome back to ED Figure. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at Bring Arts action figure, Rufus Shinra, and Rude from Final Fantasy VII. And for those of you who follow me on a regular basis, you guys know I am a die-hard Final Fantasy VII fan. But I hate Bring Arts action figure as a brand with passion. Nothing about Bring Arts action figure is good for an action figure collector. But if you're not like a avid collector, it's fine. If you're just a fan of Final Fantasy VII, these might be cool to you. But for action figure collector, the articulation sucks, the engineering sucks, the durability sucks. Like the figure breaks very easily, doesn't come with enough accessories. Everything you know that's bad about a figure, it's there, right? So, well, I shouldn't say that. That's not fair because the figure definitely looks really good. But you guys get the idea. I just don't like it in general, and they are very, very expensive for what it is. I don't mind paying extra, but it's just ridiculous when the figure doesn't come with a lot and like it's so fragile and everything. But anyways, I digress. I'm sure every time we have like a Bring Arts action figure review, I'm gonna talk about this. But anyways, let's bust this thing open and see what we got. And the box is also ridiculous hard to deal with. It's just. And here's the figure, still in the inner packaging, looking decent, but doesn't come with nearly enough accessories for what it is. And I know some of you are really tired of hearing me talk about this, but the box just really pisses me off because these figures are not cheap. And the way they design the box is like really hard to open, and you just kind of risk damaging the box every time you try to open it. Now, for a premium figure, I think it's just unacceptable. It just really shows me that the Bring Arts action figure doesn't care, or they just really suck at their job. But anyways, let me know in the comments on what you think. And obviously, they're working on a really tight budget because we can't have like interchangeable face and stuff for all of them. So I don't know. I think I would have been happier if they have like a deluxe version or stuff, like where you can just get more stuff, or they can give us like a accessory pack later. I don't know, give us like different weapons, because I know Cloud, the fact that they can release another Cloud with a different weapon is just ridiculous to me. I'm so mad. And let's check these out. Alright, and here we have the figure out of the box, and honestly speaking, my first impression is not that bad. And I said the same thing last time with Yuffie and Sid. It's really funny because going in I have very low expectations, so every time I open like a Bring Arts figure, it does feel a little bit better, right? But I stand by what I said earlier. It's way overpriced, doesn't come with enough accessories. The engineering is kind of odd, but you know, given this design on these characters, I think they actually did a really good job here. We gotta give credit where credit's due, right? But yeah, let's just take a closer look at the figure here. I do have a little bit of factory defect here for Rufus, where there should be like a little bit more holes, like for the buttons over here. I checked the proto images, or like some of the other people who got a figure. Yeah, this is indeed defect, because they had to like sculpt these holes, not sculpt, they have like poke on these holes, and this is like missing. But anyways, that's not too important. But yeah, I think he looks great. I don't seem to have any other visible issues other than that, and it does have some like soft material, and the way they engineered this is like really good. Doesn't hinder the articulation all that much, right? Yeah, pretty nice. And for Rude, I think this is just a really nice way of doing a suited body. They have like some soft material here, and then they have like some cuts here, and yeah, the figure just feels pretty decent and doesn't feel loose at all, so that's pretty good. The ball joint here is like really strong. But yeah, over time, the design like this, if you give it a little bit more friction, it's gonna get loose. But anyways, let's check out the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up only about this much. Again, not a lot of range over here. As you guys can see, it has like a ball joint and like just a peg and a hinge. But I feel like this peg could be a little bit longer, because if I press it a little bit harder, it kind of feels like he doesn't have any neck, but I guess there's a scarf and everything, so it just depends on like which angle you're looking at it. But yeah, the neck articulation is quite minimal, as you can see. There's a lot of design there, so I guess like, you know, it is what it is. And for the shoulder, you can raise his arm up about this much. You have to be careful because these are just like those really fragile Bring Arts joints. Yeah, so see, like once I raise it up, I'm afraid to like just kind of pull it down, because the joint is really tight, but you know it's not as durable as you want it to be. And you do have bicep swivel over here, can curl about this much. You do get a ball hinge wrist, and again, I really don't like the Bring Arts joints. It's weaker than the Figma joint, so yeah, you gotta keep in mind about that. And for the ab crunch, he does have a little bit of range, which is really nice. And then you do see like you have those like Bring Arts joint over here, 2 of those. That's really nice. And then you have soft material over here, soft material over here. So and again, like 2 more Bring Art's joint over here, right here. So then kind of moves out of the way. So the articulation is actually not that bad given the design. So you do have a lot of like joints going on over here. So it gives a little bit more articulation. You can kick out about this high, bend about this much. Thigh swivel, side to side pivot, and toe hinge. Again, the side, actually there's no side to side pivot. I just say that like for no reason. Yeah, the pivoting is like pretty bad. But yeah, that's it for Rufus, and let's check out Rude. And for Rude, he can look up about this much, look down about this much. This is just on a hinge. No neck articulation over here because they really focus on the look here. Same with Rufus. And for the shoulder, it's just a ball joint. But again, I really don't like the way Bring Arts do their joints because this is already really loose out of the box. I can show you guys quickly. This is just a ball joint, and these gets loose very, very quickly, very, very easily. Let me put that back, and then you have bicep swivel here. Again, it's tight where it's not supposed to be tight, and then pretty fragile where it's not supposed to be fragile, right? The way I move it right now, it's gonna get loose very quickly. And then you can curve about this much, and you do get the ball hinge wrist. And the way they do the articulation for the suit is that all this is on a soft material, kind of like one of those like Figma figures. And then you do have a little bit of cut over here. So all this piece is like soft rubbery plastic, so you can bend forward about this much. And then for this part, which is interchangeable, you'll see later on with another accessories, there's like a joint over here as well. And yeah, that's basically the design. And you do have like ball for the hips as well. And then again, same thing with leg. This is pretty tight right now, but I'm sure this will get loose once I play it a little bit more. And then you have swivel over here for the thigh, bend about this much. This feels pretty good. And then again, toe hinge, really bad side to side pivot. And yeah, I believe that's it for the articulation. I think for what it is, it's not as bad as I make it sound. But yeah, if you're just gonna leave it there and not play with it, it's gonna be decent. But what's the point? Because these are action figures, right? Like, I don't get it. And for the size comparison, let us start with some Bring Arts action figures from the same series, and I think they look amazing together. And I know I talk a lot of smack, but they do look really, really good. It's very aesthetically pleasing. And next up, we have the good old Dragon Ball SH figure arts. And then we have my favorite, the Naruto SH figure arts. And then we have some of my recent favorite figures. And lastly, we have some Mayfex in Figma, and I think Death Stranding 2 just came out at the time of this recording. But anyways, let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, sadly, these figures have slowly grew on me, but I still don't recommend them, unless you're a diehard Final Fantasy VII fan. It's just that there's so much to collect nowadays, and it's just not worth it. But yeah, I do look forward to the future releases, especially someone like Reno. And yeah, this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.